Hello. So I have 2 sets of bracelets ready, and the reason for this is this particular braid, friendship bracelet we're working on today. It only requires 3 strings, but if you only use 3 strings, I have one right here. This one my daughter made, so there's it's not perfect, but it gets the point across. It's really, it looks really tiny, especially compared to this where I doubled up the strings. So I'm going to do 2 to show you in comparison what they're going to look like when they're done. This is called the zipper friendship bracelet. It's great for someone starting out on friendship bracelets because it really focuses on the forward knot and the backward knot. And it's just those 2, so it's not, you're not going forward, backward, or backward, forward, or anything like that. You're just focusing on the forward and the backward knot. So for the beginning of the tutorial, I'm going to do this one first because it's thicker, because I doubled up, so you're going to see the knots easier. You don't have to double up on it, or this is a great one where you can use thicker threads or just different bracelet making materials to make these, because it's so simplistic that and easy and fast that because it doesn't require a ton of strings, it's nice. So for both of these I did put black in them, but you're not going to see the black. The black is the middle one, which is what we're going to be making the knots on, which does suck because these do look great with that added black. But I just wanted to put something kind of neutral in them that looked good with the 2 colors I picked in case it peeked through anywhere. And so when I braid the ends, that black shows. I wanted it to look good in that final part. Also, while I could choose one of the colors that I picked for these, so over here I could have chose orange or red to put as the middle one, or light or dark blue, you're less likely to get confused if you use a completely different color that just blends well. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to start off at this view, and I will bring us in closer so you can really see those knots as they're coming in. So we're going to start with the forward knot. I'm going to show it real quick, and then the backward one real quick. And if you're struggling with it, I highly recommend going back to one of my other videos to look at the forward knot and backward knot. I did go over the 4 basic knots for friendship bracelets in a video. If it gives you trouble, there are other great tutorials out there by Masha Knots and Alexa Innovations are 2 that I've watched, but there are even others beyond that that will show you what it is we're doing. So if what I'm doing doesn't make sense, definitely check out my tutorial, check out their tutorials, look for others, because sometimes people explain it differently, and that's all you need to make it so you understand. So right now what you've seen me do thus far is do a forward knot and a backward knot, and I better do this one more time before I forget and I'll keep going. But each knot, if you know, you should know, definitely requires you to do it twice. So let me go in a little closer. Oops, that's the wrong way. So come in like this. And I think my light is complaining about, there we go, the weight of my phone. So I did that. So after you do a forward one, you go to the other string and do your backward. Your backward one is always on your right. Your forward knot is always on your left for this particular bracelet, and that's because they're staying on those sides of the thing. So now you can see how it's starting to kind of look like a zipper. So now I'm going to take this one again and do a forward knot. Here it comes. That's half of it. Here is other half. And I will pull it back a little now for you so you can watch me continue to do this. I'll do a couple more in this one, and then I will go over to the other one so that way you can see size differencing, so you can understand as it's being made the size difference that I was talking about. Oh. So. The 4 shape, I try to make that in the videos just to show you the definitive, hey, I'm making a knot right now. You don't have to make that shape to make your knot happen. You just have to put it in those general positions so it can wrap around and go through, and then be pulled tight and go down. That's really the objective there, but by going slow and showing you guys a shape, it lets someone learning this and learning how to make this, the process to it. And then I'll do one more here, and then we'll switch and go over to the other one. Oh, having a heck of a time right now. Sometimes when you try to move too fast, it doesn't work. So 4 shape, backwards 4 shape, actually forwards 4 shape. There we go. And then again. And make sure you're holding down that black string in some way that's comfortable for you as you pull that up. So I will come back to this one, and I'll be starting with the dark blue. So let's go ahead and go over here to this one. It has half the strings on it, but that's okay because it has exact amount that we need to do this. You just need it'll just be thinner than the other. So I'm gonna kind of move a little faster on this one. Sorry for the shaking. That way you can just kind of see the progress of what the size difference does entail. This particular friendship bracelet, I just happen to like it thicker. So I don't typically make it with only 3 like this. I tend to do the 6. But you would, if you're wanting to make it thicker, you would just multiply it by 3, like this. If you were wanting to use different colors, you could, and what you could do is put the colors that you're not using at that moment in the middle with the one that you are making your knots around. I haven't actually tried that, so that'd be something neat to try and see how it looks. I usually just do the 3 colors and call it a day. But it would be kind of neat to see if I changed it up, what it would look like. Maybe I'll do that on this one real quick, because these colors do look good together. This one's like, there we go. The fibers were catching. And I'm going to bring it closer after I finish this knot so you can see how the sizing is progressing. Okay. There you go. So it's nice and small. If you like thinner bracelets, this is definitely a great one for that because of how thin it ends up being because you're only using 3 embroidery threads. And this is great too, like I said, for thicker threads because you just need the 3, so it won't make it so it's absolutely too big. There we go. So I will try off camera to blend more colors in this, and if it goes well, I will do a video of it. But for now, just learning the zipper. This kind of like the alternative knot can be done really quick. So if you're wanting to make bracelets for friends in a hurry and you don't have a lot of time, this orange is catching, like catching down there. I'm gonna pull back again, and then you can kind of see more of what I'm doing. So I don't know what brand this orange is, but I'm definitely not digging it. I do have some that are just kind of mixed in with all my others. Brand of embroidery thread can make a difference, as you're kind of watching as I struggle. Anyways, this one, the alternative knot, which I do have a tutorial on, and the staircase are great bracelets to make when you're trying to make a lot in a short amount of time, because they just don't take a lot of time to make. I will put materials that I used again in this video down in the description below. I do typically put links to stuff that's all on Amazon so you can get everything quickly, but I will probably use some links from like Hobby Lobby or Michael's for some suggested embroidery threads, just to kind of switch it up. I'm not affiliated with them or anything. That's just typically places I go to get my craft supplies if I'm not going on Amazon. But Amazon is always a great choice for something fast. I do tend to use the painter's tape during these, more so because I pick them up and I move them, and I'm just right here and it's quick and easy. But there are great alternatives like clipboards. Heck, using a safety pin on your pants. If you were a kid from the 90s, you probably did that. Kid from the 80s even. So there are lots of ways to secure your bracelet while you're working on it. I used to, not very sanitary, but I would put the tail and I'd clamp it with my mouth as a kid while I was in a car or at class, and just right away. But when you're doing the more simplistic friendship bracelets like this and the staircase and the alternative knot, you don't necessarily have to look at it to know what you're doing. Okay, so I've done this quite a bit on camera. I'm going to let you look at both, and then I will go off camera to finish them. And I'm going to bring it in closer so you can really get to looking at it. So you have that one, and then you have that one. I'm going to go finish them up, and then we'll tie them off. For this last part, I'm just taking the 3 different colors and I am braiding them. This portion of the friendship bracelet is on both ends, and braiding it is a great easy option to make it look finished off. And what it does is it allows you to have a part of the bracelet to tie on to the wearer. There are other ways to end bracelets, which I'll probably do a video later on about, but this way, if you're brand new to friendship bracelets, you can see one of many different ways to end and start the bracelets. If you're wondering on the beginning part of this video, I did have that first part of this sectioned off and taped under because I didn't focus on that because the focus was the type of friendship bracelet that we were making, and starting them and ending them are in other videos that I have done, so you can be sure to check those out if you felt like that was missing from this. Now once I have the length, I will finish it off by tying a knot to it. Thank you again for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and if you're seeing this on a different social media, be sure to follow me there and check me out on my YouTube channel. And following this here in a moment, after I cut these strings, you'll see both of these bracelets that we worked on today completely finished.